Hey everyone, it's Sue here, and I am working on some more Rolodex cards. I am just really into working on these cards. I like them because I like the size of them, and I like that you can use up a lot of scraps. So what I'm working on here is a Rolodex card that I just put some black paint on. I had some leftover black paint, so I just threw it on. And I'm using some Liquitex Heavy Gloss Gel and the Distress brush. And I like the brush. I do. It's, from what I hear, it was created to hold a lot of the gel so you didn't have to, go back to the jar often to get some more gel. Does it do that? I don't know. I don't know. I never really noticed one way or the other, but I do like using it. So these two are going to go to one person at work. It's interesting. I bring, every once in a while, some of my projects into work. And the last time I brought one of my projects, 3 of my co-workers were like, wow, will you make me one? Will you make me one? And they're just 9 by 12s, mixed media with the metal and all the nice pigment and everything. And someday I will definitely, make something for them. But in the meantime, I was working on these Rolodex cards, and as I'm making them, I'm like, wow, well, I should, use these to give to the 3 ladies at work. So that is what I'm going to do. So as I go along here, you'll see I'm making 3 different Rolodex cards in this video. And, well, a couple of them actually, well, one really that is, you can tell, is a definite set. They definitely go together. And then the other ones, not so much, but I think that the people that I'm giving them to will really like them. So it's 3 different ladies, and they're going to get 2 Rolodex cards each. So I'm searching through this little box of where I have like a lot of like circle type shapes and pieces. And this was such a mistake. I don't know. You know what? I don't know. You'll see in the end that you really can't even see these 3 little circles. But I wanted to leave this in here so that you could see that, I did put them on there. And I tried, but I could not make them work. I think maybe because it's too busy in the background. I don't know. But that blue and white on the very, very bottom that I put right onto the card, that was actually from an envelope from Happy Mail. And then on top of that is a napkin with the peace signs. And I'm telling you, almost every time I use that napkin, the peace signs are upside down. And then I notice afterwards. Oh my goodness. So in an attempt to tone it down just a little bit, I did put some white gesso on it. And, and I keep drying it throughout the process. I don't always show you I'm drying everything, but I do. And these words, it says content and happy. And a lady at work used to scrapbook like back in 2005. Yes, 2005. And I'll see those circles. Oh my gosh, they're awful. But anyways, so she hasn't scrapbooked in years, and she gave me boxes and boxes of supplies. And these words that you'll see on these Rolodex cards are from her. So these words are how many years old? So, 10, 11 years old. But I like them. They were absolutely perfect for these cards. Now, obviously, this is a piece of jelly plated print. And, you know, on my table I have some paints, I have some other little pieces of napkins and just leftover stuff. And, you know, I just look through it and whatever appeals to me, I use. So I went with pink here because that jelly plate does have some, like a deeper maroon color in it. And I wanted to put the side on it that was all, you know, it wasn't straight. And I like that look. And every once in a while you hear my bird Maui chirping, so that's what you hear. And I had this nice seam binding that I did end up using on here, as well as a piece of this. It's not washi. It's actually like a tape, but the tape has a backing to it. So I'm just trying to figure out some placement here. And I cut this seam binding to the size that I need it to be. Now I'll hold on to those two other pieces. They went right back into my little container so that I can use them on something else. Now one thing that I really like about this Liquitex, it's heavy, super heavy gel, but it's gloss. Now I'm not super fond of gloss, but I do like that it is very, very strong. So when I'm putting something down, I know it's going to stay for sure. I even put a little bit under here just to make sure. So I generally put the gel underneath and on top of whatever it is I'm putting down onto my paper. And that just tells me that, you know, it's not going to go anywhere. So here's that you know, the paper with all the different words, and I'm picking out a couple different ones to go on this Rolodex card. And it says, treasure good times. And it's funny because I looked at the Rolodex cards when they were done, and most of them were, like, everything was to the right side of the cards. Oh no, I don't know why I did that, but that was, I guess, you know, I don't know, it just looked good to me today. So here is a stamp from Prima, that little one right there in my hand, and some ink that is, it's Dilutions, but it won't move. They made it into like an alcohol ink so that it will, once it's dry, it's not going anywhere. And I'm taking my Pitt pen, big brush pen in pink, and outlining and putting some pink around the words. And in this case, I even put some of the pink like on top of the words, not the words themselves, but the paper. And I like the way it looked. And then here are all 6. So these 2 are going to go to one person. These 2 are going to go to another person. And then these 2 to a third person. So I hope that they like them. It was a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to getting back to work and giving them to them. I think that they will enjoy them. So let me know if you have any questions. Please subscribe if you haven't yet, and have a wonderful week. Bye-bye, everybody.